we'll start out with Jason's pick. Two Witches, 2021. A witch passes on her sinister inheritance to her granddaughter, triggering a horrific curse that plagues her. Oh God, this name. Directed by Pierre Sigaridis. Sigaridis? I
Nailed
don't
it.
know.
Yep, that's it.
Sure.
Written by damn, what's going on with me? I think the witch has got a hold of me, right, Ray?
Yeah.
Written by Christina Kleb or Klebe, I don't know.
It's
Maxime
like that.
Rancon and Pierre Sigaridis.
Nailed it. That's all
Hmm.
their
Sure.
names.
Jesus
Exactly right.
Christ.
Got them
So,
all.
since Jason picked this one, let's start out with Jason.
Okay. So Supernatural. And this starts off strong. It sets the tone early, does not waste any time. Uh, Extremely creepy movie, batshit crazy. I mean, absolutely nuts. And really, wasn't really expecting a lot of humor, but there is some subtle humor here that I found pretty funny. Great practical effects mixed in with some CG, and they they did well with the CG. Easy watch, good pace. This flew by. I wasn't checking the time to see if this was almost over. Probably my favorite witch movie, and one of my favorite movies to come out recently.
Hmm.
Uh,
Wow.
in fact, as soon as this was over, I went and added it to my Amazon shopping cart right away. I think it's out through Arrow,
Arrow. Yeah,
and
it's
I
beautiful.
never even heard anything about them putting this out. This just came across on Shutter. I heard nothing about it. So yeah, very very surprised. I loved it. Highly recommend. I gave it a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice. Starting off
Yeah.
strong.
Holy shit. All
that's a
right.
that's a rarity with you, man. Nice.
Yeah.
Especially with new movies. Yeah, this and I
Yeah.
wanted to watch it again as soon as it was over. That
Oh
Wow.
rarely
yeah.
happens with me.
I'm definitely gonna
So
watch it again for sure.
Right on. John, why don't you go?
All right. So, I'd watched this just out of curiosity before Jason picked it anyways, because I'm always on Shutter looking at their menu. Um, and overall it was pretty cool. I'm wondering, like, are they ever gonna make the sequel? There's more that's gonna happen here. It seems like
What would they
uh,
call it? Because I was thinking about that, like Two Witches Part Two, or Three Witches,
I,
or
more witches.
More
All the
Witches.
witches
They could just call it Coven
could do
Yeah.
that too.
and
Yeah,
just
at
have
this
a
point.
bunch. Yeah.
Um, like I did like this movie. Don't get me wrong. I didn't care for, I don't know, the part one, part two structure. I guess it set it up like it was gonna be an anthology, but then it just ends after part two with no kind of uh, I I mean, I guess there's a resolution, but not really. It left it
Yeah.
open,
The
like big
structure
time.
reminded me, the structure reminded me of Death Proof, how that ends and then basically starts again. That's kind of
Hmm.
Right.
what it's like, split in half.
Okay, so now I love the casting. Everyone played their parts so good. One thing that really got on my nerves though was the very beginning of in the restaurant scene, the ADR just ugh, it was so apparent and just unnatural. That got on my nerve. Um, the witch was creepy. The old witch was creepy. Um, why why'd she curse her? Just because she looked at her? Is that I mean that seems like what it is. Or she saw the baby, was like, I'm gonna curse you and eat your baby too. I
yeah,
don't
Maybe
I'm guessing she knew she was pregnant.
Okay, and she was
Wanted her
just like,
baby.
like
oh, there's
smelled it.
there's a
She
pregnant
smelled
You
it.
lady.
know,
Let's
a
do it.
witch being a witch. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. Witches
All
out
right.
here witching.
Yeah, witches be witching.
Yeah.
um, yeah, really, really good effects. I liked the couple they went to visit, they were cool, especially because they showed up in part two after the fact. So there was some like there was a timeline of stuff happening. So I thought that was really cool. Um it got nuts. Like when she's taking her doing her own stomach and stuff like that, and then she has the scar in the second story. Like that was a
And
cool detail.
he's like, put it away. Put it. What are you
Yeah,
scanning that thing out?
what are you doing?
No,
Like,
I didn't like her in the beginning. I really didn't.
Oh,
really
okay.
annoying character.
And
Yeah.
and now that you've reminded me, if I would have remembered, that probably would have went down to a 9 just because.
uh,
But she got better later.
Yeah.
But when they
yeah,
first
she
introduced
evolved.
her, she was so annoying, cringy.
I didn't mind her. I thought her boyfriend was worse.
I
He
thought he
was
was funny. He made me
funny, but
laugh.
he was a jackass.
They were your
Yeah.
typical
But he was
mystical
cool though.
douchebags. They were your, like that's what they were, like I
Yeah,
believe in magic nonsense people, and then they
right.
happen to be right. So
Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah, that was okay. So what happens? Everything goes nuts. They cut out their baby and eat it and whatever. It was nuts. Um, chapter two, Masha, another Masha, didn't plan it. Swear to God. Um, I like the I both liked and disliked the girl that played Masha. Great casting, but she got on my nerves a little bit, but she was still just really, really, really creepy. Like really good at her role. Um Jason, I'm sure you liked when that girl got hit by the car. No,
Loved it.
See that coming at all whatsoever.
yeah, I wasn't anticipating that. That just was like out of nowhere. Kind of like in Final Destination when that girl gets hit by the bus out of nowhere. Like
Well,
right,
Yeah.
it was perfect timing because she just got done like saying, "Well, here's what we're going to do," and then just
perfect. Yeah.
I ha-
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
like,
been
oh
that
really?
I haven't been that shocked since When Evil Lurks.
oh,
Like
when that truck hits them.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm just sitting there on my couch and I like jumped. It takes a lot to get me to jump. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it was definitely a shock uh
yeah.
to see her go. But what about what about when he just shows up to Masha's house and just punches her in the fucking face? Like, I love that. And he sets her on fire. Like that was awesome. The whole that whole thing was awesome. That her Masha's with the rabbit going to her mom's house. Wow.
Yeah.
That was super super cool, super creepy. That old lady, she was good. Um that whole scene was just really really well written. I had no idea it was written by Christina Kleb. She was Linda in the Halloween remake. Rob Zombie's remake. She was Linda.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um
She was an actress in this movie too, right?
yeah, she was Masha's roommate.
Yeah.
That was a weird dynamic too. Like they almost it felt like they didn't really know each other. Did anyone else get that? It seemed like maybe she just moved in a couple weeks ago or something.
Yeah, that
Little
felt like one of those I answered an ad scenarios,
Yeah,
like room to rent kind of thing.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Um the very last part where the Grand Witch, the head of the coven, I guess, she's like black and fuzzy, and her face was like
I thought that was the devil.
Yeah,
I thought
that's like too.
I don't know. I thought it was
Yeah.
like the leader, the one that was like
yeah, the
was like
devil.
her last
Same
friend,
thing.
her first.
Yeah.
Is
I
it the
believe it
devil
was
or is it just like
Didn't it have hooves and shit? Didn't it have hooves and like tits, like kind of like the traditional like fucking tarot card devil? Like,
did they have
wasn't it
hooves?
like
I don't even remember.
I thought
I
I
don't
saw a
remember.
close. I don't know.
She had it looked
Yeah.
like she had like very slicked down fur and like a
Gotta watch
bright
it
face
again.
and some gold claws. But that
Let me
was
see
it.
if
It
I
was
can
like
find
black.
an image.
Yeah, it was like all black and then like her face popped, but even that was hidden behind hair, so you didn't even really get a good look. And her nails were her claws were definitely like gold colored.
It's
So
a grand
her
witch.
look was super cool.
John
Yeah.
wins.
Uh,
Yeah.
but I I feel like I need to see a part two in order to
Uh,
enjoy this more because it left too much of a cliffhanger. Like, I want to like, does Masha survive? Do they sacrifice her? Like, they left you wanting more. And there's some after credits stuff too. So if everyone's gonna watch it, stick around till after the credits. There's more to Sarah. Is that her name? Sarah, the first girl, um, that lost her baby from the first story. I think her name's Sarah. There's more to her at the end. So I ended up giving this one a 6. I liked it, but
Whoa.
so I feel like, but here's the deal. I feel like
Wait a minute.
just wait, hear me out. So this to me this is like a Terrifier situation. Terrifier 1, just on its own, was just don't get me wrong, cool. But it kind of had like no substance to it. Part 2 made me like part 1 even more because they had a story now. It wasn't just some clown, some generic clown goring it up. So I want to see a part 2 to enhance part 1. I want to see if they'll do that, but they haven't done it yet. So
yeah.
Yeah, I hope
I
they
think you
do.
are right. That creature at the end, it looks more like a woman. Like I only found one image, but there's no horns. Maybe she just got like furry legs or something. I don't know. She's creepy.
she was, dude,
Um,
she was full fur. Like you could see the light shining off.
Except for her tits
Full
did not have
body
fur
bush.
on
But
Yeah.
no, like the light catches her at some point, and you definitely see it looks like fur on
Yeah,
her because
there's
she has
something
no.
going on.
Yeah, she's got a
But
form,
she's got
but you
weird,
can't.
her hands are all black. She's got like
Yes.
creepy demon fingers. She's something special.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways,
Grand
Anyways,
Ray,
witch.
what
sorry, I talked enough. Go
yeah,
ahead.
Grand Witch. Hit it up, man.
Yeah, I'm just I'll echo everybody's sentiments. I really liked this. This was surprising. I hadn't heard of this one, so I was pleasantly surprised. Um, great story idea. I love the way it was disjointed, or like almost an anthology, like you were saying. It had that kind of Tarantino vibe, chapter one, chapter two kind of thing, where you're getting the full story after a little bit of a weird introduction. I liked that. Man, I wrote down here. This chick is wild. She's a little rascal, isn't she?
Mm.
Which one?
Which one are you talking
Just,
about? The
just
one in the second part?
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
the second part. She's a little
She was
rascal,
bald.
man.
She's always up
She's
to
out there
something.
just out there causing havoc, having weird sex. Pretty cool. Um,
Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. I gotta say, for a movie like this, the acting was really good, with the one exception of the lady that we just discussed that gets hit by the car. Her early acting is not very good. You're glad when she is gone,
Hmm.
but I think that's kind of like, again, her character. I think she was playing somebody that you wouldn't generally like, anyways. So, uh, good job if that was what she was going for. Um, I gotta say though, we didn't mention it. Nobody's mentioned this yet. The piano score in this movie, man, really good, right? I mean, the music, the tone.
Oh
I
yeah.
really They had a really neat piano score over some of it. I thought was really cool. I didn't get a chance to look it up, but definitely cool. I'll just say a couple of things I thought were negatives. I did feel like the ending was a little sloppy, in my opinion. Um, I agree with you on that, John. It's not like, this isn't a tight, definitive ending. It is very like, here's all this stuff, boom, 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 and then kind of interpret what's happening at the end. I enjoy that for the most part, but I did feel this was a little bit more disjointed than it could have been. I definitely would like a backstory and a sequel as well. So it left me wanting more. And I didn't feel like this took a long time at all. Um, I would say that's one other thing I'll say. It's an hour and 37 minutes. The pacing, I never once looked at my watch or checked my phone or anything. I just watched this movie and it was over, and I really enjoyed that. It's refreshing because I've seen some movies recently. One was 3 hours and 39 minutes long, and I was doing this every
Whoa, what
40,
was that
every 30.
movie? What movie was
The
that?
The Brutalist.
Holy shit,
Shit.
that's over 3 hours long.
Yeah, it has an intermission. So
Oh
yeah.
well, there's that.
Yeah, it's 3 hours and 39 minutes long. It's very
Was it at
long.
least
But
good? Did he deserve the Oscar? Adrian
yeah,
Brody?
yeah, yeah. I mean, he's
Yeah.
very good in it. So
All right.
but back, as a film, I'm going to buy this as well, Jason. I think this is one that I should own. This is one I'll watch again. Definitely going to be a Halloween watch for sure. This will be one I throw on. I gave it an 8 out of 10. So I recommend everybody check this out. Two Witches.
Two Witches. Um, one
Two
of my
way.
favorite parts in this thing is early on when the witch first appears in the pregnant girl's house and like the husband like get like shudders out of bed like he's like doing this weird movements and then you
Oh
see the
yeah.
witch behind the door. That was like so creepy and perfectly executed. I like that a lot. I do think it's funny how that girl underplays the evil eye that the witch gives her at the fucking restaurant. Like when she talks about it to her boyfriend or husband or whatever, she's like, she gave me the evil eye. Bitch, her eyes turned white and she produced a candle from fucking nowhere that was lit and blew it out. That is something you tell him immediately. What, like you point that out. Hey, man, look, look at this shit. I don't know. I just thought it was funny how he underplayed that. And like she totally doesn't mention any of the shit in that happens in their place with him shuddering out of bed when they go on that long car ride. She's just like, you don't believe me. Well, you haven't fucking told him anything. You're like, do you give him the details? He'll fucking understand. You're a little crazy. But
Wasn't that just a dream though?
I don't know. I don't think
Him
so.
him when he jumps out of bed and he's like that.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
a
I thought that was
illusion
just
or
a
something.
dream.
I don't know. There's a witch's chant in this that I thought was pretty funny every time it came back. I don't know what they're actually saying, but it sounds to me like Debo Taco, Debo Taco.
Yeah.
I'm like,
He's
that
so
just means double taco, man. They just want a fucking double taco. They're hungry. Uh, I do like how it's split into playing with like form, and I think they intertwine in a fairly clean fashion the way they did it. It keeps things moving along, which helps the time. It's a little longer than I'd like a movie to be, but you don't notice it. Uh, the second half of the film involving Masha and her grandmother is different tone, but definitely compatible. There's more of an ominous mood, and they've definitely ramped up the evil shit percentage. Did you see how angry she ate that fucking apple whenever her roommate
Yeah.
tells her she's got to move out? And I wish I had like all the different cuts of them going, all right, now just eat that apple like you fucking hate it. You don't like eat it, eat that motherfucker. Like, there was probably like three or four. They were like, that's not good enough. Try again. Uh, maybe
He's
that's
like, I'm so
some
sick of
things.
fucking apples.
Maybe that's the exercises you'll get to work on in your acting class, Randy. You can come in
There
and
you
bring it.
go. How to eat an apple
Little,
Let's
tastefully.
little,
seductively eat an apple or eat one
no shit.
angrily.
Eat it like you're mad. Um,
Yeah.
I do like how they connected the first half with the second half at that party. It's a great highlight for the film in the bathroom where Masha does this like Carrie-esque telepathic thing and like destroys this girl's face kind of.
Yeah.
That's where you hear Debo Taco. It comes back there, and then the dude flips out because he hears her saying it or whatever. I
What
just love it when it may be a language, whatever they're
so
saying,
funny?
it may be a fucking language, but I hope it's not. I hope it's just one of those instances where they've just made some bullshit magic words up. Um, yeah, it was crazy when that mystical candle making chick got annihilated. Uh, I kept waiting for her to bring out crystals. That's what it was. She's like one of those crystal people, that always has
Yeah.
crystal charges them in the moonlight. Uh,
Well, that's the only
I
time you can charge him.
Yeah. Uh, I thought this movie was awesome. Normally, I don't even like witches at all, but these ladies are evil as fuck. They like take it to a new level that I didn't know witches could go to. Um, even beyond like, uh, you know, what was that fucking movie? Suspiria. Even beyond the Suspiria, that's evil witches. I like those witches more than most witches. These ones take it up.
Mhm.
And the ending is fucking bonkers. I love how crazy the ending is. Um, and the fact that they shot most of the principal photography during COVID and you don't even know it, like it says it in the credits that like thanks to everybody for working through this, whatever the fuck it says. But I give it a 10 out of 10 too. I highly recommend it. So there's
Wow,
an
all right.
approved film. Haven't had one of those in a while.
Cool.